Hello, everyone. I thought y'all might be curious as to the process it took to create the actual Night Fight Championship belt. Now, when I first announced the belt during homecoming, the original thing that I found was a belt designed off of a website called Trophy Smack. And based off of the image seen, the belt would have been a pretty nice belt, but it was very limited in the design that I was able to produce. So I started thinking about what if we made our own custom belt? Now, aside from cost factors that prevented that from happening, I still went forward and trying to figure out what would be the perfect belt. Initially, I went with what's on the screen now, thinking, hey, my two favorite belts of all time are both the WWF Winged Eagle and then later Big Eagle Championship belts. Especially the Big Eagle, this is the one I grew up watching, and I really enjoy that belt. But there's a big problem with that belt, and it's in the name Eagle. Our school is not the Eagles. If it was, this belt would have been perfect, but that's not what our school is. And so using an eagle in our design wouldn't work. And honestly, I didn't know if I would be able to edit out the eagle to make a design that would work. So I next went to one of my other favorite belts that would be a little bit easier to take care of, the classic WWF Intercontinental Championship, which still features that blue globe design that I'm a fan of and banners with very clear letters, but no concern with an eagle. And so I started the design process, which you can see on the next few slides. A simple, base level designs, other ones where I took pictures of the IC belt and just photoshopped our school name and the Nighthead onto it just to see how it would look. And then getting the lettering for this design correct so that it would match the belt flawlessly. And through the next few slides, you can see the refinement of that design process. Getting the designs a little bit more clear and not just kind of haphazardly put together, and images of my initial ideas for the side plates. And again, this was back when I thought maybe we could figure out a way to, have this belt made by a professional, who have access to really good quality tools. Well, when that started to falter, I started to, well, before that, you see some of the first black and white images where I got the base level design that would be used in a CNC machine cut. And again, I'm still going with that classic design with the classic shapes. Well, when that started to not work as well, I went and spoke to Dr. McLean, who confirmed our CNC machine here at school would be able to cut metal, which is what's needed to make the belt. So I started changing up my design. One of the ones here, I actually went looking for a physical belt that I could buy. And as luck would have it, I found a used one for $10. But that belt was originally a custom Stone Cold Steve Austin Smoking Skull Championship belt, which does not have the same shape, which is more angular, of the Intercontinental Championship. But I know how to draw. So I started to amend the design. I found images of the Smoking Skull belt. I got the shape and the design to the rounded one that is seen on the belt. I used, admittedly, some AI to come up with this. I wanted to design a logo that kind of looked like a wrestling logo, but using our school initials, EHS. I finally found one that I was able to modify slightly that incorporates our letters in a cool design that also puts a cross in the middle of the H. That went on the plate that was originally a WWF logo plate. From there, you can probably see finalizing the black and white design that I gave to Dr. McLean, and then we started the cutting process. That took a good while to do, and a lot of metal shavings and mess in the workshop. We finally got everything completed, and then it was simply the task of finishing the belt, which involved making sure it's primed with the proper type of aluminum primer, the best quality indoor, outdoor, and heavy-duty gold paint that I could find. Also, physically painting that Smoking Skull belt because it was not blue like the belt that you saw when I debuted it. After getting all the painting done, I had to figure out a way to mount the plates, which was another process of getting screws properly put on the back with a lot of glue and bonding material and all kinds of stuff that I could think of to try to make sure those plates would stay secure. But finally, we get to the finished product, which is in the very last slide. Hopefully everyone likes what we came up with. Go Knights.